Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Unique Bio Classes based on NCERT syllabus for PUC first and second year. If you like my channel, please subscribe, like and share and hit the bell icon so that you can get notifications as soon as videos are getting uploaded. Okay guys, we shall start today's video. In today's video I am going to discuss about chapter 4, that is reproductive health. This chapter carries 5 marks. Okay, now in this reproductive health we have different topics. As we have seen here, reproductive health problems and strategies, population explosion and birth control, medical termination of pregnancy, sexual transmitted diseases and infertility. All these are very important, very short chapter and very easy chapter to understand and even to score. Okay, we shall start. What does it mean by reproductive health? Every information is there in your textbook. This comes on page number 57 in your NCERT textbook. If you find here, there have been mentioned that simply that reproductive health refers to what? Healthy reproductive organs with normal functions. Reproductive organs should be healthy and they should be functioning normal. For that we call it as reproductive health. According to WHO, World Health Organization, reproductive health means a total well-being in all aspects of reproduction. Okay, it should be a total well-being, that is, it must be related to reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral and social being. All this includes the definition for reproductive health. Either you can write this definition, okay, or if it has been specially specified to write the definition according to WHO, then you can write this. Okay, so for this it can be asked for 1 mark, but we didn't got any question related to this. Next you have here about reproductive health and problems. Hope you can find this. Problems and strategies. Now India was the first country, okay, India was the first country in the world to start some action plans and programs at a national level to attain reproductive health. Okay, so India was the first country here in the world to start these action plans and programs at a national level to attain total reproductive health, as it was a main goal of India. Okay, and these programs were called as family programs and it was initiated in the year 1951. Now in this paragraph it has been asked, okay, especially in the entrance exams it has been asked, family planning was initiated in which year? That is in 1951. Okay, this was initiated and it has been periodically assessed over many decades, and some improved programs have been initiated that we shall see in the next page. So here you will find that RCH, okay, RCH is what? Reproductive and Child Healthcare Program. This comes under the family planning program itself. Reproductive and Child Healthcare Program, it has been created to create awareness among people about various reproduction related aspects and providing facilities and support for building reproductively healthy society. Okay, which means here RCH, it has been initiated, or its main aim or goal was to create awareness among the people. What awareness? That is about reproductive health, how reproductive health can be maintained, okay, and even providing better facilities for those, and in the form of providing support in the form of buildings. That buildings is nothing but providing hospitals for treatment and building up a healthy society. Okay, this was the main aim of RCH. Okay, so this can be asked, write the aim of RCH. You can write this. Here we have many of the aims of the RCH. Aims of RCH you will find in your textbook in this paragraph. Starting from here till here completely, you can find that is related to RCH itself. You can write it as aims of RCH. In this, first we said creating awareness among the people. The main aim is to create awareness among the people related to sexually related diseases. Okay, how it spreads the disease, okay, how it can be avoided, how it can be stopped. All those information has been created here. Now you can find that this RCH programs, with the help of NGOs and government organization, either government organization or non-governmental organization, both have been involved in creating awareness among the people with the help of audiovisual or print media. Either it might be in the form of advertisements or in the form of banners, which you might have seen on the roadside, that about V2, R2, or you might have seen this slogan, or you might have seen some other slogans also of some other, like about STDs, okay, creating awareness among the people. All those you might have seen. That is because of non-governmental agencies or governmental agencies. These are doing that job. Not only those, and even a common people can also try for this, to create awareness among the reproductive health related aspects, that our parents, their close relatives, teachers, friends also are having major role in creating awareness or giving information related to reproductive health information to the people. Okay, next here you have sex education in schools. Is it? Sex education in schools is very important, right? At a right age, right information, if it has been disseminated, then what happens? Then that child could not believe in mites. It knows what is the actual reason of getting this disease or how it can be treated. All those, if it knows, then it can be avoided. Okay, this you have, especially it has been given in schools, should also be encouraged to provide right information at the young age, so as to discourage children from believing in myths and having misconceptions about sex related aspects. Okay, like unbelievable things will be happening, that we call it as myths. Those should not be believed by the children. So at a right age, right information should be given for the students. Proper information about reproductive organs. Okay, actually what is the function of the reproductive organs, where it is located, what does they do. Okay, every information should be given. Adolescence is nothing but commonly we call it as teenage. Okay, about teenage and related changes in the body. So whatever related changes occurs in the body, that should be known, because teenage, in a particular adolescence or in a teenage, the body changes in a different way and very fast. Then children does not know what to do and what not to, because they are unaware of it. If they know about that, then they are going to avoid all those diseases. Okay, safe hygienic sexual practices. Okay, how it can be sexual practices or sexual contact can be hygienic. Sexually transmitted diseases can be avoided. Okay, all this can be easily avoided. Again, you have one more, couples and those in marriageable groups. Okay, educating people should be educated, especially those couples and the people who are in the marriageable group. They should be known about birth control options, about care of pregnant mothers, postnatal care of the mother and the female child. All this should be known by the couples or the marriageable group people, so that they can avoid that different types of diseases, or rather than getting entered into different reproductive health problems. Okay, and one more you have here is awareness of problems due to uncontrolled population growth. Okay, what problems will arise because of population growth? Uncontrolled population growth, as we know, it causes population explosion, which can cause lot of different types of different types of problems which we can find in our society. Social evils like sex abuse, sex related crimes, etc., all those should be avoided, and in children should be get awareness of this, so that they can stay away from this kind of beliefs. Provide media assistance and care to people. Is it? Media is nothing but your television, radio, whichever you are going to see. Nowadays it's YouTube, or it might be some other source. So through that, it should be provided information and care in people related to sexual aspects. So problems in pregnancy, what problems will arise, what problems will arise in delivery, what are these STDs, how it can be prevented, what are abortions, contraceptions, menstrual problems, infertility, etc. All this should be known or known by the children and even by the marriageable age groups, so that they can stay away from diseases. Implementation of better techniques and new strategies. Not only this, even implementing new strategies and new techniques from time to time, so that it can take care of the people and assist the people in a better way. Here, till now, what we have discussed, those are aims of RCH. Okay, aims of reproductive and child health care. In that, we have one aim as amniocentesis. Amniocentesis is what? Amniocentesis is nothing but it is a fetal sex determination test, as you can find here. A fetal sex determination test based on the chromosomal pattern in the amniotic fluid surrounding the developing embryo. If I discuss about this amniocentesis, here it is very important. 1 mark question, 2 mark question, it has been asked. Okay, amniocentesis. Now, what is this amniocentesis? It is fetal sex determination test. Okay, fetal sex determination test based on chromosomal pattern. Based on chromosomal pattern present in or in amniotic fluid. Okay, this is amniocentesis. You will get a question, what is amniocentesis? Amniocentesis is what? It is a fetal sex determination test based on chromosomal pattern in amniotic fluid. Now, fetal sex determination is what? Fetus is nothing but the embryo. Sex determination is nothing but to know, that is either to determine whether the embryo is male or female, or a fetus is male or female. Okay, fetal sex determination test based on chromosomal pattern. Based on what kind of chromosomes? If a chromosomal pattern is of XX, then that embryo is going to grow it as female. If a chromosomal pattern is having XY in sex chromosomes, then that a fetus is going as a male. This we know very well, right? So for this, to know this chromosomal pattern, we are using amniocentesis. Now, what is this amniotic fluid, right? This amniotic fluid is nothing but the fluid which is present surrounding to the embryo. If I show you here, this diagram I have shown you in the 3rd chapter, if you remember. Now, in the 3rd chapter, you have seen that human fetus within the uterus. Now, this was the diagram. This was the uterus. This is an embryo, and here we have shown placenta and the fluid which is surrounding to the embryo. This part. Okay, the fluid which is surrounding to the embryo. For that, we call it as amniotic fluid or amnion. Okay, this fluid we call it as amniotic fluid. In this fluid itself, there will be presence of embryo. Why does this fluid is present? That is to avoid friction, because from outside that mother's womb can get hit, or it can get some effect on the outer side of the body. That should not affect the baby. For that's why it is having this fluid called as amnion or amniotic fluid. Now, this fluid has been formed from what? It has been formed from the zygote itself, from the cells of the zygote, or from the cells of the embryo. Now, the fluid which has been formed, it contains the cells of embryo, which means we can get this cell outside. Okay, we can remove the cell outside, which means we are removing this fluid outside, and we are going to analyze the structure of the cell. Inside the cell, we are going to analyze the shape of the chromosome, whether the sex chromosomes are XX or XY. Okay, which means at a fetus stage, in an embryonic stage itself, it can be identified whether the embryo is growing it as male or it is growing it as female. Okay, by using this amniotic fluid. Now, there must be a question in you all, that this is not only one test, even through scan or from different methods nowadays, that easily we can determine the sex of the fetus. Yes, we are having very easy methods of different. After few months, that when sex organs will grow in a fetus, then you can identify whether it is a male or a female. But this one can be identified at an earlier stage. Not only it can identify the sex of the fetus, and even it can identify the chromosomal pattern. If chromosomes are having some problem in their structure, then it can have chromosomal disorders, which means embryo can have chromosomal disorders. I will show you that one here. As we have said earlier, that human being consists of 23 pairs of chromosomes, right? 23 pairs of chromosomes. In these 23 pairs of chromosomes, as we said 46 chromosomes, in this at least any one of the chromosome is having chromosome structure is like this, is it? So any one of the chromatid is damaged. Okay, if any one of the chromatid is damaged, so you can find here the chromatid, it has been damaged. This part is deleted in this chromosome. If it has been damaged, in future that embryo can get chromosomal disorders. That chromosomal disorders are very risky, and even that child can face death, and soon it will die. We could not say easily after birth. It can be any time, after few years, after many years it lives, then it will die. So this kind of chromosomal pattern, whether there is any chromosomal defect in the embryo that can be identified, and even with that it can be used to identify this sex of the fetus. Okay, that we call it as amniocentesis. Now amniocentesis, what it is, we have known now. Now what is its disadvantage? What is the disadvantage of it? Okay, disadvantage of amniocentesis is increasing in female feticide. Increase in female feticides. Okay, increase in female feticides. Now how does this female, what do you mean by female feticides? Female, as you know, feticide is nothing but fetus. Fetus is nothing but an embryo. As you might have heard, in an embryonic stage itself, in a pregnancy, if a couple comes to know that the individual is having a female baby, then it will be aborted. You might have heard about this. For that we call it as female feticides. Okay, this female feticides has reduced the number of females. Okay, the population of female has been reduced, male population has been increased because of increase in female feticides. Not only this, and even many other cases are also there. Now, when this amniocentesis, it is used to know the sex of the fetus based on the chromosomal pattern, then easily that couple can come to know that he is carrying that female baby, then it can be aborted, right? That is the main disadvantage. It should not be undergone female feticides. It should be decreased. So that's why sex determination is banned in every hospitals. Okay, medically you might have heard that government has banned sex determination test. Why? To reduce female feticides. Okay, now either that sex determination might be from those normal scans, or it might be because of amniocentesis. It has been banned. But amniocentesis is allowed in exceptional case. Okay, in what exceptional case? In that case, when doctor suggests for amniocentesis, when the embryo is having some problems in its growth. In its growth, like if it is not growing properly, like its head or arms or something, compared to the normal embryo, if it is growing in some other way, then doctor will suggest to proceed with the amniocentesis test. In that way, it is allowed. Okay, so that's why it is statutory ban. Statutory means what? Statutory means not completely. Okay, amniocentesis is statutory ban, which means it is not completely banned. Why not completely? Because in an defective cases, this amniocentesis can be performed. So while amniocentesis has been performed, all 23 pairs of chromosomes will be studied with its structure, and if any one chromosome is having any defect, then they will ask that particular couple to abort. Okay, to go for abortion, so that the baby might have risk in an higher stages. So that's why at an initial stage, that is before first trimester itself, it will be asked to proceed with the proceed with the abortion if there is any problems in the development of the chromosomes. So this is amniocentesis is helpful in one way, but people are utilizing it in another way. So that's why it has been given it as statutory ban by the Indian government. Okay, in riskier cases, this can be performed not for knowing the sex determination. Okay, so that it can increase female feticides. So amniocentesis is very important. Please know about that you have in your textbook somewhere here. Okay, this is about amniocentesis, right? Okay, this technique is helpful to determine the genetic abnormalities in developing fetus. Okay, if there are any genetic abnormalities, not only chromosomal structure, if genes are also having some problems, then also we can come to know in an embryonic stage, and that pregnancy can get stopped or it can be aborted at the time when doctors suggest. Okay, so all these till now what I have discussed, these are the aims of RCH. In that, very important is amniocentesis, and first main, what is RCH? This one, what is RCH and what is its main aim? If they are asking for 1 mark, only 1 point if you write, it's good. If they are asking for 4 to 5 marks, then you have to write all the points. But till now we didn't got to write all the points, and we have got only about amniocentesis. What is amniocentesis? What is its advantage and what is its disadvantage? Now you'll ask, madam has not discussed about advantage. Advantage is what? It is helpful in detecting the genetic abnormalities in developing fetus. That will be the advantage. Okay, with that you can find one more. In this, there is a Saheli, a new oral contraceptive for the females. Saheli is a oral contraceptive. Contraceptives are used for avoiding pregnancy. About contraceptives I shall discuss in my next video. Okay, so oral contraceptive, Saheli, a new oral contraceptive for the female, which it has been developed from the Central Drug Research Institute, which is located in Lucknow in India. Okay, so we have got many times. Where does CDRI is located? Okay, expand CDRI, which was the first drug, okay, or contraceptives, which was developed by CDRI. This kind of questions. Saheli is the name of a pill. It is the name of a tablet. Commonly it is called as a tablet or a pill that has been developed by CDRI in Lucknow. Okay, about Saheli, how it works and all, later in my next video, in future videos I shall discuss. Okay, after this, what you have last two lines, these are related to indicators of improved reproductive health. As I said, these are the aims of RCH. This one starts from here. These are the indicators of improved reproductive health. After applying all those programs, okay, throughout the country, there are some reproductive health changes which has been happened. There are some indicators that have been mentioned here. First one is better awareness about sex related matters. Okay, people have known about sex related matters. Increased number of medical assisted deliveries. Okay, medically, which means earlier you might have heard that people that it has been a female has delivered baby at her home, but now you can hear this one rarely. Okay, exceptional cases. Almost all deliveries are in hospital, in a medical awareness they are having, and they are providing proper facilities. Better postnatal care. Postnatal, post means after, natal care is nothing but after delivery. Okay, after delivery what care should be given for the mother and a baby, that also should be known. Which has been lead to decreased maternal and infant mortality rate. Maternal mortality rate we are writing like this, MMR. Okay, MMR and IMR. MMR is what? Maternal mortality rate. Okay, maternal mortality rate, whereas IMR is what? Infant mortality rate. Okay, maternal means mother, infant means child, mortality means death rate. Okay, death, mortality means death. So maternal, you might have heard earlier that during delivery, that mother while delivery mother has been died, or a child has been died, or both have been died. For if my mother has been died, we call it as maternal mortality. If a child has been died, then it is infant mortality. Okay, now here we are discussing about these two. There is a decrease in, as you can find, there is a decrease in maternal and infant mortality rate. This is a good indicator, is it? Good indicator of reproductive health, where we can find that the maternal and infant mortality rate has been decreased. Increased number of couples with small families, is it? Nowadays you can find your parents, grandparents were having so many children, like you might have so many aunts and uncles, but now it has been decreased. Okay, increased number of couples with small families. Better detection and cure of STDs. Okay, easy detection methods of diseases and cure of diseases, like mainly STDs, that is sexually transmitted diseases, and overall increased medical facilities. Okay, overall medical facilities have been increased for all sex related problems. Okay, as you might have seen nowadays that it has been improved, but every village, every area is not having, but it has been improved compared to the earlier period what it was. Okay, so this is helpful to build a healthy society. Sorry, this is helpful to build a healthy society. Okay, so this is about indicators of reproductive health, which we have discussed from here. Saheli 1 mark question, CDRI 1 mark question. This indicators of improved reproductive health we didn't got, but you have all that information here. Either it can be asked for your entrance exam or even for your theory exam. Next you have population explosion and birth control. About this and further I shall discuss in my next video. Okay, so video has become very lengthy. I think you will get bored. A very small chapter, hardly for some 4 videos. I think I can prepare 4 to 5 so that this chapter can be completed. If you like my channel, please subscribe, like and share, and hit the bell icon. And if you have any queries, please comment it in the comment box. In my next video, I shall discuss about population explosion and birth control. Okay guys, we shall meet in our next video. Stay safe, stay healthy.